Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday, August 13th. Mike Phillip filling in again for Dr. Peter Glidden while he is out getting some upgrading for his license. He cannot be here, but he's chomping at the bit to get back to his radio show. I, on the other hand, am very happy to be able to do this, and I would love to hear from you. Call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. Once again, 1-844-374-5433. Now, I remember watching a webinar of Dr. Glidden's on hormones and sex drive, and right at the beginning of the webinar, I really like how he put it. He says, if I was a mad scientist and I wanted to completely destroy a society, I would do something to mess with people's hormones. Okay? So I'm going to do a little feature on birth control today because it's causing people to go crazy and die. Mostly beautiful young girls who incidentally are very active, workout, athletic, and so the two correlate, and I've got some sound clips we're going to be playing in a bit. The FDA is investigating a few of these. First of all, though, the most important part of this show is your calls, and with that, we're going to go over to Paul in Illinois. He's got a friend with a real bad back. How you doing, Paul?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for calling. What part of Illinois are you from, Paul?
Up around Chicago, Freeport.
Right on. So you got a buddy with severe back pain. Give me a little bit of background.
He's 61 years old, 220 pounds. He has rosacea, digestive problems, diabetic, number 2, diabetic, and joint problems, pain in the joint. He's on 9 prescription drugs. I can name them. I don't know if I can pronounce them correctly.
No need.
Okay.
No need. So, okay, we've got skin conditions, digestive issues, blood sugar, diabetes type 2?
Yes.
Type 2, and joint pain. And he's 220 pounds. I'm just writing this down here.
He's not really overweight. I mean, he's 6 foot. He's not fat or overweight.
He's just a stocky, tough old boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I know several people like that. Now, wow, rosacea, digestive issues, diabetes, bone and joint issues. Where to start, right?
Right.
So
well.
this guy, right off the bat, okay, the skin issues. That is a telltale sign of gluten damage right there. So if you've been listening to the show for a while, you're going to want this gentleman to absolutely get off the gluten. He's got to do it. Like, this isn't optional, right? This is not optional. If any of this is going to work for him, he's got to get off the gluten. So with that, you can get a copy of the 10 Bad Food List if you go over to Dr. Peter Glidden's website, fireyourmdnow.com. Just submit your email address, and you'll get a video called Against the Grain that you can watch with him. And a lot of times, these older guys are really tough to convince of new things. I don't know how it is with him, but have you had him listening to the show or anything?
Not yet, no.
Not yet? Okay, you'll be able to download this at gcnlive.com, and you can play it for him later on, or you can just, bring it to him. So for the skin, he's going to need to get off the gluten. He's going to need EFA Plus, okay? Now, he's going to get those in the 2 packs that I'm going to suggest to you. Now, there's so many things here that what we're going to do is break it down. He's going to need 2 Healthy Start Packs, Liquid 2.0. Okay, that's with the Liquid Beyond OsteoFX. It's shellfish free. Do you know if he has a shellfish allergy?
I'll check, but again, I'll let you go ahead and say what you think that he needs. He is on a limited income, so we're going to have to pick from the best. Gluten's number 1, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'll just throw it all at you here.
Yep. Go ahead.
And so 2 Healthy Start Pack 2.0 Liquid, right?
Okay.
He's going to need a product called Sweet Ease. Okay, Sweet Ease has got the chromium, vanadium, and cinnamon to stabilize blood sugar. Now, here's the other thing. If he can't afford the Sweet Ease, he could go with a bottle of plant-derived minerals. That's got some chromium and vanadium in it.
Okay.
Also, the Ultimate Selenium has got chromium and vanadium as well. And that, with those 2 packs, the selenium might be just the way to go if we're looking at shaving on budget. It's best if he could hit it as hard as possible, but that might come with time. Now, for the joint pain, 2 bottles of Glucogel Plus, okay? And the Glucogel Plus is a game changer. It works well for anybody I've ever met, and he only needs 1 ounce per 50 pounds body weight, so he's going to need about 4 of those per day, so 2 bottles. And yeah, and also for the digestive issues, lots of salt on his food, and the calcium in the liquid Beyond OsteoFX should help. Now, did he have anything happen that might suggest this is a mechanical thing? Like, did he fall off a horse at one time in his life or get in a car accident?
I haven't gone that far with him. I'll sit down and find out all that. I tried to get as much information as I could, but the nine prescription drugs threw me. I mean, I thought, whoa.
Yeah, well, that's just it, right? And I'm guessing that it's diabetes drugs, and more than likely he's probably on a blood thinner at his age. I don't know for sure, but you're gonna have to, you know what they are, and you're gonna have to get him on the product, because nothing I just told you about here, not one thing, is going to interact badly with a drug. What it might do is get his body working better, so the drug works better, so he might have to look out for side effects of that. Right, and if you are going to be actively involved with this gentleman, you can talk to the pharmacist and say, look, his numbers are getting better, and if there's a way that we can wean him off the drugs, that's the best way to go.
Exactly.
All right, now another thing I want to mention here, sometimes when people start nutritionalizing their body, getting nutrified, they can have some weird side effects, okay? Because bugs are dying inside, and they got to come out. And I can't remember the name that they have for this effect. I'll look it up here and give it to you later on in the show. But just stick by the guy. Make sure he takes his stuff every day, and let's see if we can get him back on his feet. It sounds like he's the kind of guy that doesn't like being laid up. Am I right?
You're right.
Right on. So is there anything else, Paul?
No, thank you very, very much for your time and information.
Absolutely. Just go, if you're already a Youngevity distributor, go in your back office, look up all these products, and come up. If bare minimum, if all he can afford is those 2 healthy start packs, start with that, and he will start feeling better. And he won't have to eat as much, and he'll have more energy.
Exactly. Excellent.
All right, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling, Paul. Incidentally, everybody, you can get a hold of me at mike@teamglidden.ca. And if you're interested in starting with Youngevity and building a business model that is formidable, I want to help you do that. Absolutely. So contact me, mike@teamglidden.ca. Let's go over to David in Houston, Texas. David, how you doing today?
Hey, yeah.
Hey.
Pretty good.
Good. What's up, David?
Yeah, is this Mike?
Absolutely.
Hey, appreciate you answering. Appreciate the privilege of talking to you. A friend of mine, Jeff, called you Friday, and when he told you about a friend that had a prostate issue.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I do. Is that you, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, so... yeah, I talked with Jeff a little bit. I don't remember specifically the conversation, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just got a swollen prostate, like 5, 6, 7 times the size, at 215 grams. And they want to bore it out, but they kind of got cold feet because I don't take blood. So
right.
They wanted me to go elsewhere and get a bloodless deal, and because they were going to have to go in there 3 or 4 times. and beam it out with their instruments that they had. I guess they were maybe, I don't know, maybe behind the times or something.
Yeah. So, once again, the only thing that they've got is to pull it out, drug it, burn it, But this is not always the most effective way to go. Yeah. And so, what we want to do is put out that fire in your body by activating the fire department that God gave you initially. And I believe I told Jeff to get you on a couple healthy brain and heart packs. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So
you said that you thought I could get away with one since he told you 150. I'm actually 140.
140. Okay. Yeah, you might be able to get away with one and then add, what I would do is add an extra bottle of Ultimate Selenium to that and as much Z Radical as you can afford. You want that Z Radical because it's got a sea vegetable called fucoidan. And fucoidan is devastating to cancerous cells and inflammation. It reduces inflammation, and that's what you want. Now, in that same neighborhood, Clement University did a study with just the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. They found that it absolutely obliterated cancerous cells in the colon over 90% of the time. It wiped them right out. So that's one of the products in that Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. So the other thing that's in there that's going to be a game changer, I predict, for you is a product called Cell Shield RTQ. The RTQ stands for resveratrol, turmeric, and quercetin. David, I want you to wait right there. I hear the music. We're going to come right back to you. This is Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden talking to David in Houston, Texas. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. The call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. Once again, 1-844-374-5433. Now, we got a lot of new listeners to this show every day, and they want to know if this longevity thing is for real. Well, I'm here to tell you it saved my life. It saved my wife's life, and I want to go a step further. It actually saved my marriage. It wasn't very good for a lot of years, and neither one of us had a very good attitude towards life. And I was like a caged lion around the house, always thinking I needed to be doing something else. And now I'm here to tell you, my wife and I have the absolute best marriage a guy could possibly ask for. So if that interests you, get yourself Nutrified and see what happens. We're talking to David in Houston, Texas. David, are you still there, my friend?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, before the break there, we were talking about Cell Shield RTQ, and that is just awesome for reducing inflammation, and it's got a high ORAC score. The ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorption capacity. And that is what you want, along with that selenium. So are you going to get on board, David?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say for the record, I've been on the Tangy Tangerine and some other the supplements, the enzymes for about 2 months. Not real serious, but now I'm starting to get serious. I've become a distributor yesterday.
Excellent.
And, pardon?
Excellent.
Hey, good, yeah. And but I just wanted to tell you that the problem here is pretty radical. I'm wearing a pubic catheter.
Yep.
That's what you know what that is, huh?
I know what a catheter is.
Well, they cut a hole in your bladder because I can't urinate.
Yeah.
They cut a hole in her bladder and they put a special catheter in it. Well, that looks like a regular catheter. And it goes right into your bladder through your belly,
Yep.
And I was just wondering if this process is going to reverse the size of this prostate, within a reasonable amount of time. What do you think?
You know what? It's the kind of thing where I don't know exactly how much time it's going to take, but this is a better bet than surgery. You're going to have to watch how it goes. And quite honestly, I believe that you can get over this. But
Yeah.
it's a matter of how diligent you are in taking the things that you have to and following the
Yeah.
10 bad food list. So with it going in your
Absolutely.
bladder, you want those nutrients to absorb it before they ever reach your bladder. They should be absorbing into your body and your small intestine. So that won't be an issue. You want that in your blood, and you want things moving around, and you want that selenium and the antioxidants to knock down that inflammation. So do I know for sure? No. But I know that I've seen these products work enough with as many people as I have that I have great confidence in it. So David, you're a distributor now. Make it happen for yourself. And then you've got a great story to tell other people that know you. And, it's important to get your own health back.
Yeah. And one more thing, Doc.
Yes, sir. Don't call me Doc. I'm not a doctor. Go ahead.
Not yet. You talk
Not
like
yet.
one.
Thank you.
Well, one more thing. While I was in VA, they say I was getting these UTIs, because they were ramming these catheters up my urinary tract and everything.
Yeah.
And they put me on tons of antibiotics, liquid, all kinds of stuff. Then they say, we gave you the wrong one. Now we got to redo all of it and give you some more.
Yeah.
I think they wrecked my colon, my digestion, all of my good bacteria.
They're good for that.
Yeah. And now I got no feelings in my toes. I was taking fluoroquinolone, ciprofloxacin, and I think it wrecked my nerves in my toes. But anyway, digestion issue, absolutely. And I'm getting these funny-looking jellyfish-looking stuff in my stool. And sometimes these jellyfish are encapsulating the feces.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting. You know what? I want you to, now that you're going to hit the product hard, that's likely to change, but I want you to keep in touch with the show with your progress here. And if we need to do a little bit of fine tuning after you've been taking the appropriate stuff for your body weight, then we can deal with it then. David, thank you so much for calling. Keep in touch with the show. We really want to hear about your progress. We're going to let you go. We got other callers, and this is the end of this segment. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We're going to talk to Virginia and Esther in Arizona back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And as I told the last caller there, I'm not a doctor, okay? What I am is a huge longevity fanatic, and I'm always learning. And I've found that I'm better than a doctor in a lot of ways. Now, if you get shot or stabbed or something, you need a doctor. When it comes to pain and inflammation and chronic disease, you need to take your own future and destiny of your health in your hands. And the best thing that you can possibly do if you're healthy and listening to this broadcast right now and you feel good is get with the program now before you're 61 years old and have skin conditions, digestive problems, type 2 diabetes, joint problems, right? It only just makes sense. The call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. You can reach me with comments, questions, or just about anything at all. And that's another thing, too. If you find an article online that pertains to this show, you can email me the link, and I will put it on the air. That's mike@teamglidden.ca. Once again, mike@teamglidden.ca. With that, we're going to go over to Virginia in Arizona. How you doing, Virginia?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, yeah, I'm from Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm 81 years old, and I weigh 240. I thought I better put that in. I'm already on the product. In fact, they just got I have a box sitting in front of me that I have two problems. My main problem is, there's two serious ones. One is macular degeneration. My right eye is pretty much kaput. My other eye is starting to go. I've noticed a little black spot when I'm in low light. And so I'm really concerned about that. And the other one is about a month ago I got pulmonary embolism, and I was in the hospital for 3 days. And I came home, and I wouldn't go. I mean, the doctor thinks I'm on this Xeritrol, but I haven't taken it. I'm letting him think I am because I don't want him to drop me as a patient. But anyway, sometimes you need him. But anyway, I'm not taking the Xeritrol, and when I came home, I was on oxygen. They sent me home with oxygen, and I was only on it for a couple of days. And then I did really well, and I have a little thing that I measure my oxygen with, and I did really well for about probably 3 to 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden my oxygen level went down, and I was having to go on it full time. And then all of a sudden it came back up again, and I was almost ready to go on these blood thinners, thinking that, well, I must have gotten more clots. And but when I muscle test, it says I only had inflammation, so I'm hoping that's all it was. But my question is, I cannot take the tangerine. I don't know if it's just that I don't like it's sweet. It's something that's sweetener in it, but it just makes me want to throw up. I mean, I just can't tolerate it. So I told Dr. Glidden that, and he put me on HGH.
Youth Complex.
Yeah, he put me on, and so I bought 2 bottles of that. I haven't started it yet, and he told me to take it 5 at bedtime and 5 in the morning. Now, so that must be on an empty stomach. Now, one of my problems is taking all these pills. It's really, not in my comfort zone. But, so they had me on liquid glucogel, not the tablet glucogel. So I changed over to the liquid. It's twice the price, but I I figure I can do the liquid easier than 24 capsules. Mm-hmm. And, but the what's it called? Selenium. Now, the selenium, Shannon, who was my upline, told me to put it, to take it with meals, but Dr. Glidden said not to take it with meals. So can I take that with the HGH at the same time?
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely you can. They're not going to interfere with each other. And Dr. Glidden just wants to maximize your absorption, okay? That's the only reason he told you that. But there's no right or wrong, okay? So, I mean, if you're absorbing them properly on an empty stomach, then that's great. The only reason Dr. Glidden said that is because he wants you to get the full impact of the selenium and the copper and everything in there. But you can take it with meals.
I can take it with meals.
You can, yeah, you can. But here's the deal: you have a problem with taking all these pills, but none of this stuff you're not going to OD on any of it, right? Like it's not going to hurt you. I've never heard of that.
I know that. It's just that I'm taking them. I'd rather, I'm definitely taking them. I'm just trying to cut down, like on the glucogel. I went to the liquid so that I wouldn't, but I'm taking the ones that I have. I'm taking, but I'm also taking 2 bottles of minerals to help support to replace the Tangy. So basically, what I used to replace that was the HGH and the minerals. I'm taking.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good start. That's a real good start. There's actually.
I think I should replace. Would that pretty much take care of what was in the Tangy?
You know what? Hang on a second here. There's a liquid. There's a liquid complex that I'm just looking it up right here because I can't remember the name of it. There is a liquid tangy tangerine, okay, and that tastes a little bit different than the powder.
I thought I might get a bottle to see if I can handle it. I didn't this time because my bill was up to almost $800, so I couldn't put it in. I was wondering, Dr. Wallach mentions taking Immortalium for macular degeneration. What do you think about that?
Can you run that by me again?
Dr.
He recommended
Wallace,
what? Yeah, he recommended what?
Immortalium.
Yeah, absolutely. Immortalium is rich in antioxidants. And absolutely, there's also a blend of blue-green algae and fucoidan. And the ORAC score on 4 of the Immortalium a day is about 10,000 ORAC points. Like, ideally, you would be wanting to get about 100,000 in you, right?
I know, and that's hard. I don't even know. It's hard for me to do that. I don't know. That's one thing I haven't really worked on that much. I'm counting them. I have no idea how many I'm getting.
Okay, well, with the Tangy Tangerine out of the picture, that knocks out quite a few right there. But what you also could do is as much of the Z Radical as you can afford, and for the same reason as the Immortalium. But you know what? If Dr. Wallach told you that, I absolutely agree with it, because we've had great results with it.
I've heard him telling other people that, not
okay.
me.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And also,
Immortalium.
yeah, with vision problems.
What would that do? Like in the macular degeneration, apparently you've got to have something that's going to start those things growing again. You know, those and according to that, what I've read, that he was able to bring people back with 3 months on this, the seeing is believing thing. He said he took 27 of his patients, and he brought them back to 20/20 vision with, and yet I've heard people call in that have been on it for 3 months, and they don't have 20/20 vision.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. How old are you?
I'm 81.
Okay, so you've got 81 years of free radical damage causing problems in your body and your vision, and you can't always expect to have it happen just in 3 months. I've seen other people it took them 6, but you can count on Dr. Wallach's work. And if you here's the deal: you're going to have to replace the Tangy Tangerine with mineral and vitamin complex. Okay, you need those vitamins as well.
I'm taking it daily. I'm taking the 6 daily of the Ultimate Dailies. I get those, and I'm taking those.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's real good. I was going to actually suggest that to you as well. As far as how long it's going to take, that's basically how willing you are to go whole hog on it. Are you following the 10 bad food list?
Yeah, I was reading Glynn's book, and he talks about these things that is caused when you char meat. I have no problem with most of what he does, like gluten-free. I'm doing that. And I'm doing all the other things. I have no problem. I never have drank Cokes. I've always been kind of a raw foodist, off and on raw foodist. But one thing I have trouble with is this eating rare meat. I can't eat meat rare. I just can't. And how do you... He's in this thing that I read about these, what is it called? Starts with an A. It's these things that are in the food that are bad when you cook the food, especially carbohydrates.
How's that go? Heterotetric cycline, I believe it is. But listen, you don't have to eat your meat raw. You just have to make sure that there's nothing seared or charred on it. And all you got to do, this is what we do, and it works great, is just, if you're going to be barbecuing, say you're eating a steak, put it in some foil and cook it in butter. It doesn't have to be raw. It can be cooked through and through. You just don't want those burn lines on it. That's all. That's what's going to cause the free radical damage.
I never have barbecued meat, so that I just like it cooked well. I cannot eat anything raw.
Well, cook it in butter. Yeah, cook it in butter at a low heat until it's cooked through and through, and that will work for you. Now, get in touch with that lady in your upline and have her listen to the rebroadcast of this show later on, and you can work on that. But I recommend that you add Z Radical, okay, and Vision FX. If you're already taking the HGH Youth Complex and the liquid glucogel, you're also going to need the Beyond Osteo FX, because calcium.
You
got that.
I have that already. Yeah, I've
Okay,
got 3
good.
bottles of that.
Okay, well,
And
have you
the daily
and you
and the
haven't started
glucose
yet?
But the Z Radical, what is in that? How much is that really expensive? Because
It's about-
the ultimate, what is it called? Now I can't remember the name of it. The stuff that I told you he wanted me to, he mentioned. Oh, what's the name of it?
Immortalium?
Yeah, that's I think it's $89 or something. It's pretty expensive.
Immortalium is $60 a bottle, and you can go a little bit cheaper than that with the Cell Shield RTQ. That's only $30 a bottle, and you'll get the same
really?
amount of ORAC.
Okay, Cell Shield is only $30 a bottle, and it's got the ORAC in it. Okay,
Yeah, you'll get the same ORAC value.
You also mentioned the Z Radical. What is Z Radical?
Z-Radical is a blend of antioxidant fruit juices with the sea vegetable fucoidan added in. It actually tastes like a really good grape juice, and you just take as many ounces of that as you can afford a day. It costs about $30, and that goes a long way to fighting free radical damage. Virginia, I hope you're the best. Play this show later on with your friend. Get together with somebody that can help you. We got to let you go. And we're going to go over to Esther, also in Arizona, after these messages. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be right back. Over to Esther in Arizona. Esther, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. Esther, how's things in Arizona?
Good. It's the hot weather.
Yeah,
How are you
I don't
doing
doubt
today?
it. You guys don't get cold days, do you?
Yeah. So, I have a question here. My period just stopped. I was having a starting, and gradually, 6 months, 1 year, the thing stopped, and I'm no longer seeing my period. I'm 40 years old right now, and I weigh 168, between 168 and 172. But actually, I'm taking Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0. I've taken it for 3 months, so I don't know if I have to take more stuff to add to it to see if I can balance my hormonal system, because the doctors, they said it's premenopausal.
Yeah. Okay, so you were, I'm sorry, I didn't write your weight. You're 168 pounds, is my correct?
Yeah, 168, between 168 and 172.
Okay, so you would need 2 Healthy Start Packs, Liquid 2.0. Okay. Now, for your hormones, interestingly enough, hormones are made of cholesterol. Now, I'd like to see you eat more eggs if you possibly can, soft scrambled or soft boiled. About 8 minutes and 20 seconds does it. Also, for hormone health, the HGH Youth Complex is just wonderful for balancing out hormones health. Now, let me ask you this. Were you ever on birth control?
I was on birth control before I stopped, but actually I was not even seeing my period before I went on birth control.
Okay, so yeah, for you, I would like to see you on at least 2 Healthy Body Start Packs 2.0 liquid, and you're going to add into that the HGH Youth Complex. Are you following the 10 bad foods?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Then that is my advice to you. Now, if you can add some oxidative radical absorption capacity in there, or ORAC value, that's always a good way to go as well. So if you can afford to do a couple of bottles Z Radical with that, that'll go a long way towards helping you out, Esther.
Okay, but I was thinking between Z Radical and hormonal balancer, what's the difference?
Well, it's all like, okay, the problems you're having are all arms of the same octopus, okay? You've got, things are sluggish, they're moving slow, and you need a nutrified body to start repairing things, and you don't want to get halfway with that, okay? Now, the hormone imbalance, the HGH Youth Complex is going to help with that immensely. Also, the calcium in the OsteoFX is going to help kickstart your thyroid. Now, another thing I would add is 2 bottles of selenium, Esther. 2 bottles of ultimate selenium. You need selenium. I think that everybody should be supplementing with selenium, and that will also help out a lot. Are you hearing me, Esther?
Yes.
Good girl. So just get hooked up with whoever it was that brought you into Youngevity, or go on your back office and you can order these extra products, but also make sure that you get lots of cholesterol. Cholesterol is not the killer that they've made it out to be over the years, okay? It's actually good for you. And like I said earlier, your hormones consist of cholesterol. I hear the music, and that means we've got a network break coming up. Esther, thanks for calling in. And I'd like to see you.
Please.
Pardon me?
I have a guest here, please. Can you hold on for him?
Okay, we'll put you on hold, and we'll bring you back after this. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after these messages. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Wednesday, August 13th, Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. The call-in line is 1-844-374-5433. Once again, 844-374-5433. If you want to get involved with Youngevity, get your health back, get some advice, learn how to do meetings, learn how to get the message out, I'm here to help you. Mike at teamglidden.ca. For the break, we were talking to Esther in Arizona, and she's got a friend there who wants to ask a few questions as well, and then we're going to go over to Robert in Virginia and back to Esther or your friend. Who am I talking to?
Okay, I'm Esther's friend. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question. My problem is my eye, there's something, a growth in my eye. They said I was exposed to the sun, and the doctor said I need to have surgery. So I don't like surgery, so I want to know what to do, whether I can take something to correct it. There's a growth in my eye, and it's encroaching to the, to the black spot in my eye.
Okay, yeah. Right off the bat, how much do you weigh, Robert?
227.
227. I would like to see you on 2 healthy brain and heart packs. That's 2 healthy brain and heart packs. And the reason for that is because you'll have 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. You're going to need that every day for your eye health. And also the EFAs in there are great for eye health. The Cell Shield RTQ will clear out any inflammation and knock out any free radical damage. Now, it might take a little bit of time. Now, also, Robert, there's a product called Vision FX, okay? That's Vision FX, and that's formulated specifically for eye health. Now, I saw my wife's vision absolutely go to 20/20 in less than 3 months using the selenium and the Vision FX. So if you can get together with Esther and the person that she's been working with on getting her health back, then that could go a long way to helping your eye health. And you know what? I don't like surgery either.
I also have a high blood pressure. What can I do? I'm taking Novask now, but I want to know what I can do for it to go completely.
Yeah, you want to improve your circulation. Now, with those 2 healthy brain and heart packs, you want the Liquid Beyond Osteo FX, and that calcium is going to go a long way to regulating your heart health. Also, on top of that, I would add a product called Ultimate Daily Tablets. Get a bottle of Ultimate Daily Tablets. And what that'll do is strengthen and promote and support the healthy structure and function of your circulatory system. And I've seen people get their blood pressure back under wraps in 4 days using this method. And so what you're going to have to do is obviously you're already monitoring it if you're on a blood thinner, but once it starts to get better, then you want to slowly wean yourself off the blood thinner, and your pharmacist can help you with that. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine. Does my weight have to do with it?
Your weight, this is diagnosed per 100 pounds body weight, okay? So you get 1 healthy start pack per 100 pounds. And so you're 220, did you say?
227, and I'm 5'10". They say I'm overweight.
Oh, you know what? You'll start losing weight if you, with using these products. That's another fortunate side effect. Also, have you heard of the 10 bad food list?
Yes.
Okay, follow that 10 bad food list, and if you get completely clear of gluten and take these products, you will start to lose weight. I guarantee it. I've seen people, I know a guy that lost 90 pounds in 3 months, and that almost sounds scary unhealthy, right? But once he got down to his ideal body weight, it balanced right out. Anybody in my family that I've seen follow this nutritional program has lost weight overnight. It's just comes with the territory. Once your body's nutrified, see, weight gain is a nutritional deficiency. Your body is starving for nutrients, so you eat a lot of empty calories and things that aren't helping you out. Okay, so what'll happen if you follow that 10 bad food list, take the 2 healthy brain and heart packs and the ultimate daily tablets, you will see your weight go down. So get ready to buy some new clothes.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Is that all the questions you had?
Yeah, that's all the questions I have. Blood pressure and the eye problem.
Okay, yep. So, 2 healthy brain and heart packs, ultimate dailies, and Vision FX, and that should fix you right up. All right, my friend?
So what of you did mention selenium.
Yeah, the selenium comes with the healthy brain and heart pack. That's part of it.
Okay. Yep. Thank you very much.
You betcha. Take care, my friend. We're going to let you go, and we're going to jump over to Robert in Virginia. How you doing, Robert?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here.
Robert, I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you. Are you on speakerphone or something?
How's that?
That's way better, Robert. What's going on?
Equilibrium problem.
You're experiencing vertigo?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A lot of times vertigo can definitely be a calcium deficiency, interestingly enough. So what you want to use for that is a product called Beyond OsteoFX, and that comes
what is that
a healthy
again?
called Beyond OsteoFX, and you want the liquid. Okay, how much do you weigh, Robert?
What?
Beyond
what?
Osteo, OsteoFX. Okay? But that Beyond OsteoFX comes with a set of other products that all work together. You need 90 essential vitamins, minerals, and amino and fatty acids, okay? But the OsteoFX is a good source of one of them, calcium and magnesium, a few other things, but that's the lion's share of your needs is calcium right there. So how much do you weigh, Robert?
I weigh 380.
380? Okay,
Yeah.
so
no. I mean 280. I'm not 280.
Yeah, 380, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, 280. So ideally, Robert, if you can get yourself on 3 Healthy Body Start Packs 2.0, all right, 3 Healthy Body Start Packs 2.0. And it's going to be difficult at first because you're going to be taking a lot of stuff. But what you're going to notice happening is you're going to lose weight, okay? And not only that, but you will get your equilibrium back. Now, keep in touch with the show, and we want to know about your progress, okay? Because you've got a bit of a road ahead of you. But if you attack it like you would attack an enemy that was threatening your home, because quite literally, this is an enemy that's attacking your body, okay? And you need to come up with a counterattack. Best defense is a strong offense. So get those 3 Healthy Body Start Packs. And the person that told you about this show, ask them how to get the 10 bad food list. And those are 10 foods. You have that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Are you following it?
I'm trying my very best to.
All right, good man. The better you can follow it, the better things are going to work out for you. And I would like to hear back from you when you are down to about 210. How does that sound?
That sounds like a winner.
Yeah, you can do it, Robert. So how'd you hear about the show?
Well, I've been on before, treating for prostate cancer.
Okay. Okay, so you talked to Dr. Glynn, did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. So, yeah, you've got prostate cancer?
I had it.
Oh, you got rid of it?
Yes.
Good man. Right on. That's great. That's awesome, Robert. That's the best news I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right, so is that it, Robert?
That's it.
All right, great. You have a good day, and we're going to let you go. And I'm going to go over to a report that I pulled up. And this is on drugwatch.com, okay? Bayer's Yaz birth control blamed for blood clot deaths in Canada. Now, earlier, I was talking about a webinar that Dr. Glidden had put out called, it was on sex drive and hormone health. All right, and in the beginning, he says, if I were a mad scientist and I wanted to wreck a society, I would do something to mess with people's hormones. Now, I personally knew a girl who was just had real problems, and she was getting blood clots. She had just, she would have almost psychotic episodes, and she got off the birth control and did a few things for her hormone health, and she is a completely different person today. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, birth control pills from the get-go were brewed in Satan's toilet. But I'm going to read this story, and then we're going to play you some clips of news pieces about girls that have died. Now, I want you to notice on the clips that these girls were also athletic. Into this article, the birth control, the popular birth control pills, Yaz and Yasmin, may have caused blood clots and killed at least 23 Canadian women, CBC News reported. Health Canada said that the deaths were among 600 reports of side effects. Doctors who submitted the reports said most of the deaths were sudden and caused by blood clots. According to the province, most of the women were younger than 26, and the youngest was 14. Doctors linked 15 deaths to Yasmin and 8 to Yaz. The majority occurred soon after taking the drug manufactured by Bayer. And we've got a 3-minute clip of a news report from Canada on this, all right? In 2011, Health Canada issued a warning because the hormone in the pills called drospirenone has a high risk of blood clots that is 1.5 to 3 times higher than with older birth control pills. When these clots travel to the brain, they can cause a stroke or a pulmonary embolism. When they lodge in the lungs, both can be fatal. We're going to talk more about this on the other side. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're live on Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Call in line 844-374-5433. You can contact me, Mike, at teamglidden.ca if you have any questions or comments about the show. We're going to go over to Jennifer in Texas in a little bit here. But first of all, I was talking about this report here in Canada about girls dropping dead on birth control. And I want you to listen to this report because in it they mention that the actual reported deaths are probably just the tip of the iceberg. Let's roll that clip.
CBC News has learned 2 birth control pills have suspected links to the deaths of at least 23 Canadians. Yasmin and Yaz are taken safely by millions of women, but for a very few there can be tragic results. And for the first time in Canada, a judge has given the go-ahead to a class action lawsuit. Natalie Clancy has the details.
It was just another workout for Miranda Scott until the 18-year-old suddenly dropped dead in her campus gym.
One of the people that saw her collapse backwards, and then she said, I can't breathe, and that was it. She was gone.
Her grieving mother had no idea why her athletic, healthy daughter died so young.
As soon as I heard that she had been on Yasmin, I thought, oh my God, this is what's killed her.
CBC News has obtained the latest adverse reactions reported to Health Canada. Yaz and Yasmin are now suspected in the deaths of 23 Canadian females as young as 14 years old. Most died from blood clots like Miranda Scott.
Her autopsy report did say that there was a pulmonary embolism, and Yasmin, the allegation in the class action is that it has an increased risk of causing that.
This Ontario lawyer is representing hundreds of women in a class action lawsuit certified in Ontario against Bayer, the makers of the 2 pills that include a unique synthetic progestin called drospirenone. Health Canada warns Yaz and Yasmin increase the risk of blood clots compared to older birth control pills. Even so, that reaction is rare. While 1 in 10,000 women on older birth control pills will develop blood clots, as many as 3 in 10,000 will develop clots on Yaz or Yasmin, usually soon after starting the pills.
That was all it took, 5 weeks, start to finish. And that was the end of a beautiful, beautiful girl.
The lawyer representing women outside Ontario believes deaths like Miranda Scott's are vastly underreported to Health Canada.
There are about 30 or 40 deaths that we think are known, but that is usually just the tip of the iceberg because all sorts of people will have died. They don't know anything about the litigation. They don't know anything about the problem.
He also claims more than 1,000 Canadian women have had gallbladders removed, strokes, or are on blood thinners for the rest of their lives. While Bayer has already paid more than $1 billion settling thousands of lawsuits in the U.S., in a statement to CBC, the drug company says, "We are very disappointed in Justice Crane's decision to certify a class in Ontario in an ongoing lawsuit regarding Yaz and Yasmin. We fully stand behind Yaz and Yasmin." The fact that a judge is allowing a class action is not a finding of fault against Bayer. The company is now seeking permission to appeal the certification of the suit that alleges hundreds of Canadian women were injured or died because of its birth control pills. Natalie Clancy, CBC News, Delta.
So this isn't just a problem in Canada. Bayer faces 10,000 lawsuits in the U.S. in multi-district litigation in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Illinois. In addition, there are state lawsuits filed in California, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. The drug company set aside $1 billion to settle the suits. Some women are also suing the drug giant for gallbladder damage linked to the drug. While Bayer does not accept responsibility, the company agreed to set aside $24 million for these claims. So they don't accept responsibility, but yeah, we'll pay for it and we stand by our product. So they're going to keep pumping it out. And if they were able to put aside $1 billion to settle, well, that just tells you right there that they're probably making $100 billion more. Now, the other interesting thing about this story is that anybody I could find that keeled over dead of this drug, supposedly of this drug, was also very athletic. And coincidentally, if you believe in coincidence, just about everybody I run into that has massive bone and joint problems was also very athletic when they were young, or they're young and are athletic right now. And I find this story over in Fox. Pennsylvania high school football player dies from rare heart condition. A high school football player in Pennsylvania died Wednesday from a benign heart tumor, a condition that rarely causes death, reported the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Nora Cornuette, 16, collapsed during practice. I bet you this kid wasn't on birth control. You need to nutrify your body if you're going to be active and stay away from disgusting, dangerous drugs. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We've got Jennifer in Texas on the line. How you doing, Jennifer?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well myself. I feel good all the time. Got a beautiful wife, and life is good.
Okay. Well, the only part of me that doesn't feel great is my elbow. I have, I guess, tendonitis of the elbow.
Right.
And I've had it since, December. And I just can't seem to get over the hump on this thing. And let me tell you what I'm taking.
Yep.
The Healthy Start Pack. Mm-hmm. I take 12 glucogel a day, and then 2 bottles of selenium a month. And I've been doing this since about May.
Okay.
And it just hasn't gotten any better. And I'm wondering if there's anything else I can add to this that might help to just get over the hump.
Yeah, right off the bat, Jennifer, what I would do if I was you, and this is based on experience with my wife, I would switch from the Glucogel caps to the liquid Glucogel Plus.
Okay.
And you're going to need about 1 or 2 bottles of that. You want to hit it hard right off the bat for that connective tissue. Also, for my wife, a big game changer with bone and joint pain that she was suffering was 2 products that we added to her auto ship, and that was the HGH Youth Complex, and the Immortalium. And she got out of a lot of, she had a probably 60 to 70% reduction in pain in time. But when we added, when she switched to the Glucogel Plus liquid and started taking the HGH Youth Complex and the Immortalium, it vanished completely to the point where she doesn't even have to take the Glucogel anymore. Like she'll do it once in a while, but she's so fixed up that she's been able to scale back. Now, the other thing with the HGH Youth Complex and the Immortalium, prepare to look 10 years younger. I mean, it does just wonders for your skin and your hair. And I get people telling me that I look younger than I did 5 years ago. And, it's just amazing the results that we're getting specifically with those two products. And like I said, in your case, Liquid Glucogel Plus. And another great thing about the Glucogel Plus liquid is that it's got a whole load of antioxidants added. So you're actually, you're getting a really good bang for your buck on that product.
Now, let me ask you, I weigh 110 pounds.
Yep.
So what kind of dosage would you recommend on these products?
Okay, so for the Liquid Glucogel Plus, you're going to want 1 ounce per 50 pounds.
Okay, so I'd need 2 bottles of that a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 30-ounce bottles, 1 ounce per 50 pounds. You can just add that in with your Tangy Tangerine and Osteo. Yeah.
Okay.
And it tastes great. You can also take with the Immortalium, you're going to want 4 per day. 4 Immortalium per day. And when you're taking the Immortalium, your urine will smell like you've been eating asparagus, okay? I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat so you don't have any surprises. Now, the HGH Youth Complex, we take 8 of them before bed. I've heard Dr. Glidden tell people take 5 in the morning and 5 before bed. Personally, we take 8 of them before bed, and you will have the craziest dreams and a good sleep, okay? So, and watch for changes in your skin as well, because your skin will absolutely start to glow with the HGH and the Immortalium. Sound good, Jennifer?
Yes. Now, you said your wife doesn't need to take the Glucogel anymore. Does she still take the Immortalium and the is it HG or HC?
HGH, as in human growth hormone precursor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does she still take those, or
yeah,
is she just doing the Healthy Start Pack? Okay.
No, she actually takes the full Healthy Start Pack, the Immortalium, and the HGH Sweeties, Ultimate Dailies. We take a lot of stuff around here. But but like I said before, we really noticed a big difference in the bone and joint pain when she started on that, and she hasn't been taking the Glucogel regularly, and she's able to maintain just with the regular products. So sometimes you got to really hit it hard to get over the edge, but I predict that once you start taking the HGH and Immortalium, you won't want to let it go because you're going to feel so good, Jennifer.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. How'd you get going with longevity, Jennifer?
Alex Jones. I heard it on the Alex Jones program,
Yeah, I've been getting yelled at by Alex Jones for years.
He is a yeller, I think he's pretty smart. Pretty smart guy.
You know, everybody wants to talk about old Alex, and I don't like Alex, and this and that, and he's too loud, and he's rude to callers, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you go and build a media empire like Alex Jones and then come to me and complain, right? The other thing about the Alex Jones show that I really love is the guests that he gets on. He gets such high-powered, high-quality guests like, Steve Pachinik, Dave Mustaine, Paul Craig Roberts, and I've actually gotten so much information over the years listening to the Alex Jones show, but not because of Alex, because of the people that he has on, right? So not only that, but it's entertaining when he starts screaming about the UN and fluoride.
Yeah, sometimes I just wish that he would stop interrupting his guests so much because they are so interesting. But he always interrupts them because he has to get his 2 cents worth in himself.
I've often found myself listening to him thinking, okay, Alex, I want to hear this guy. Shut up.
Yeah,
right?
Be quiet. It's like, be quiet. Okay, well, thank you.
Jennifer, you have a great day, and thanks for calling. I hope that works out for you. Keep in touch with the show.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Now, before the break, we played a clip from Canada about the killer side effects of these birth control pills, Yaz and Yasmin, and we're going to play one from the United States, and you judge for yourself. Let's roll that clip.
In this morning's Health Watch, birth control pills and blood clots. The hormones in oral contraceptives are what make them work, but over the years, side effects have become a big concern. Now, as Dr. Jennifer Ashton reports, one particular type of the pill may be linked to some new problems that can be deadly.
This is Michelle's ribbon wall. She showed horses for about 10 years.
Like any good mother, Joan Cummins loves to talk about her daughter, Michelle.
This is Velvet, Michelle's horse.
Last August, Michelle left her New Jersey home for college in North Carolina.
My baby, I kind of thought, it'll be all right, Would go to her room and it would be empty, and I thought, well, I'm going to see her again, And she never came home.
Just 1 month into Michelle's freshman year, Joan got a call that changed her life forever.
They called me from the hospital and told me that her heart was not responding and that it wasn't good. And that just, I never want to hear that.
Michelle was walking to class when she collapsed in cardiac arrest. She died shortly after from a massive blood clot in her lung, something her mother thinks was caused by the birth control pill Yaz. She's now suing Bayer for wrongful death.
I'm saying it could have contributed to her death. A healthy young 18-year-old woman, who never had anything wrong, to be taken like that. Certainly something that could have contributed.
Just this week, the FDA announced it's taking a look at newer birth control pills like Yaz and others that contain a different form of the hormone progestin.
There's always been concern that the new generation birth control, like Yaz, Yasmin, Yaz, maybe increases the risk of developing a blood clot slightly over the old generation.
Regardless of what the FDA finds, for Joan Cummins, the loss of her daughter is enough to want to warn others.
Instead of her coming home, and, being part of life here again, she came home and I had to bury her. And it's horrible. I don't ever want to have, anybody I know go through this.
Bayer says the overall scientific evidence supports its current assessment that its birth control pills are just as safe as any others on the market. The company also says it is working closely with the FDA on this matter. Dr. Jennifer Ashton is here with us in the studio now with more on the side effects of the pill. I mean, just a heartbreaking story to hear anyone have to go through it. How strong is this latest research in terms of a connection between blood clots and the pill?
Well, Erica, what the FDA is investigating is a possible link between a class of birth control pills containing a specific type of hormone known as DRSP after several studies showed there to be a 2 to 3 time increased risk of clotting events amongst women taking these kind of pills. Now, to put those numbers into context, for all women taking all kinds of birth control pills, 8 women out of 10,000 will have a clotting event. If this increased risk with DRSP is 2 times greater, we're talking about 16 women out of 10,000. Now, I spoke to the vice president and the medical director of the Women's Health Division at Bayer, and he told me that the studies do not show their pills to be more dangerous than other pills. Most experts are saying that an increased risk of a rare event is still a rare event.
Okay, so then put it into context, further context if you could. What is the chance of someone having a blood clot in general?
Well, this is a known side effect of all birth control pills, and it is on the package labeling for all birth control pills. And in fact, women who are in any kind of high hormonal state can have a clotting event. So about 300,000 women in this country every year will have a clot for a variety of reasons. The risk is actually much greater for a woman who's pregnant of having a blood clot than for any woman taking any type of birth control pill.
Okay, if you are worried, though, about the pill that you're currently taking or that someone you care about is taking, what is the specific ingredient that the FDA is looking at? Which pills is it in?
Exactly. Well, we're talking about any hormonal formulation that contains a hormone known as DRSP. So we're talking about pills that have the names Yaz, Yasmin, Biaz, Gianvi, or Ocella. If women are on those pills, they should talk to their doctor if they're concerned about options and alternatives. There are other pills on the market that may have lower doses, that may have different types of progestin, and they can easily be switched to one of those.
Is there anybody in general who should not be taking this as a form of birth control or to help with acne? Because a lot of young women take this for acne, not necessarily birth control.
And it's such an important point, Erica, because as we talk about here all the time, for any medication, there's risks versus benefits. A lot of women take the pill for reasons other than contraception. In general, there can be side effects, and women who are over the age of 35 who smoke should not take any pill, who have a family history of a clotting disorder should not take the pill, or who have migraines should not take the pill.
All right, Jen, thanks.
You bet.
So if Bayer kills your wife or daughter because they hid, it's just crazy. Right? And listen to their excuse. Our studies show that ours aren't any more dangerous than any of the other ones. But they're all bad. And then you introduce that to a denutrified body that's in a sorry state to begin with. You're asking for problems. But there's a better way. All right? Now, I'm not Catholic, okay? That's not why I'm bashing birth control pills here. It's just that if I see a trend, and I especially don't like women getting hurt, and I especially don't like families breaking up because of hormonal imbalances, I'm going to report on it. And not only that, but like I said before, just about all these women that I've been finding were highly athletic. So they were severely depleted, keeling over dead. Don't let it happen to you. Nutrify your body, save your wife and daughter, have a better family and a better life. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Back with the last segment after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And for the last segment of the show here, I want to reach into the email inbox. I've gotten all kinds of responses from people and questions, and I'm slowly answering them all. But I want to just give a big shout out to Tracy and Kathy in Ohio. They want to get active and get the message out to their community friends and neighbors. And I actually contacted them. We had a talk this morning about how to set up a meeting, how to get the word out and build your business, as well as getting your health back. So Tracy and Kathy, you guys are great. Now, also, I've got an email from Eva Kassoon, and this is really interesting. She is part of a tribe of people that live in the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and apparently they have been there for around 800 years. And so she writes to me here. I'm just trying to, I want to try and pronounce this. Havsubaha, I believe is what it is. If I butchered your tribe's name, Eva, I'm real sorry. But my friend has MS. I ordered him the anti-aging health pack, but right now he's not able to take showers with fear that the fluoride in his water is at its harshest. His water filters are not working well. What else could help him with removing toxins from his body? I really appreciate it. Also note, I am from the bottom of the Grand Canyon. The Havsubaha tribe lives here. I've been doing all what I can to provide information on your products, but I'm not yet a pro at it. I have a friend who just had a 5-pound melon-sized tumor removed from their ovary, and now another friend who suffers low iron is being told that her uterus needs to be scraped. Our people didn't used to have all these health issues, but lupus seems to be prevalent here. And that's Eva Kassoon. Now, Eva, I would tell your friend not to worry quite so much about the fluoride in the water. Just get your body nutrified. Dr. Wallach proved a long time ago, and he called this the theory of net negative toxicity. If you are nutrified, your body is built to filter out toxins. So tell your friend to get on the anti-aging health pack that you gave him, and don't worry about the fluoride in the water quite so much, because not taking showers is worse than a little bit of fluoride, in my opinion. So, she's seeing lupus and tumors and all these things in her tribe. Now, if you want to go to your elders and you guys want to come up with a plan so that nobody in your tribe ever gets lupus again, birth deformities can be completely eliminated, and your people can actually, the tribe can make money off of longevity by helping them, each other, get their health back. So take this to the tribal elders, talk to them, and if you need, you can arrange for me to do a meeting with them, and we can set up a program so that your people can thrive, absolutely, and get their health back. Okay, they don't need lupus, all right? All these, the tumors that you're talking about with your friend there, that is not right at all, and it can be easily fixed, and the tribe can actually profit off of it. Now, Will Kennedy writes in here, hello, my father has bad ankle pain that pops up every few weeks or so, gets inflamed so bad sometimes he can't walk for a few days, mid to late 50s, about 5'8", and I'm guessing just under 200 pounds, maybe 180, 190. Bought him some stuff from GNC called Anatablock, which may have helped temporarily, but I'm writing to ask what in your knowledge might be the cause of this, possibly recommend a new diet, and also what should he be supplementing with to target the ankle pain. Other than this, I'm pretty sure he's a healthy, strong person. He's usually pretty active. I don't like to see him bedridden or stuck on the couch. Any insight is appreciated. Thank you. What I would do with your dad, first of all, Will Kennedy, is I would get him on 2 Healthy Body Start Packs 2.0 with the liquid Beyond Osteo FX, and get him to follow the 10 bad food list if he's able to hear it. I know a lot of older guys, they don't really receive new ideas. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on the show here, you can write me an email at mike@teamglidden.ca. This is Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Another great show today. Thank you for all your calls. God bless Canada, God bless America, and God bless you.